So, today's Nintendo, after which Zyrum is probably gonna leave, and then I'm just going to watch the rest of what I've what I didn't see about EA. It's gonna be the coverage stream. It's not gonna be as long as yesterday, because holy shit. Yesterday was tiresome. Speaking of tiresome, let's just recap Square Enix again before we go into what we expect from Nintendo. Because we were so tired that after the thing, we just kind of concluded everything in like 2 minutes and then just fell into bed. Whereas everyone else I noticed was just still live. So, let's talk about that again. The presentation, I loved the little picture frames they did. That was a really cool
Yeah,
thing. Also, it gave you like a scope of how long it's going to be because you know, like, okay, that can't be the last thing because there's one more frame left,
yeah,
which I think is smart. They had the same thing that Ubisoft had, where they started off with a big thing with a lot of gameplay and then just kind of fell off a bit. Although they kind of weirdly brought it back to Final Fantasy a lot of times. Like they, instead of having like one big Final Fantasy block in the beginning, which in all fairness would have been probably too long, they kind of spaced them out a little bit throughout the presentation, which I think was nice. Most of them were like remakes or remasters anyway. So, like Crystal Chronicles was a remaster, and then there was like an update for the online game. Then there was a remake for 9, no 8. There was a remake for 8 as well.
yeah.
All these kinds, and then there was this mobile game, which was probably the least interesting out of all of them. But like as an RPG fan, especially, I think there was a lot to love in this. Like bringing those old Saga games to the West, which apparently was the first time they ever get released in the West. That's kind of a big deal
Mm,
considering how old those games are, and they look nice. Like the battle system in the second one, especially, looks a bit intriguing. Um,
yeah,
then there was the Dragon Quest stuff, with which we know that Dragon Quest 11 will be like pretty good because they have a high standard at this point. But also builders, which they showed a lot of gameplay for. I think if you have like a group of friends to play this with that are interested in RPGs, because it's very much Minecraft with a lot of RPG elements basically. And for that, it looked great. Like the stuff that they showed off that you can do in that game looked really fun. But I'm not sure if it's a game for me necessarily. Yeah, and as to Final Fantasy VII, like I said during the actual reaction, I think it looks great. Graphically, of course, the fidelity is amazing, but more importantly, I think that the gameplay being more in line with the more recent titles, to me looks fine. It looks well made, and the fact that you can have just stop time and have like a tactical thing in there as well, seems to me like you can just do that at your own leisure, which is a good compromise. I can see that getting the fans on the first on the original game on the wrong foot though, because you know it's a change. It's a pretty big change as well.
yeah. I've read some reactions from Final Fantasy fans to this, and they were a bit worried because this boss fight they showed took really long,
It did, didn't it? And it gave 100 XP. So I'm
and they are not really excited about the new fighting system. And then this long boss fight, they're a bit worried.
on the same note though. A boss fight is not supposed to be like very quick over and done with. If you have like a boss fight, usually you kill the boss at the end, so the boss needs to leave an impression. And the best way to do that is to have a very long, engaging fight with a lot of phases to it, a lot of build up. The fight that they showed looked very engaging to me personally. Um, and then
For me, it
once
was
you
a
get
bit
him
too
down,
long.
it feels like an accomplishment. And you can do that without having a very hard game around it. Dark Souls. But Dark Souls does the
Yeah,
same thing basically in a different way.
but I like the boss fights in Dark Souls a bit more. This looked really long to me.
Hmm. I mean,
And
they kind of counteract that though, because you can switch between multiple characters. In the boss fight, they shown it was two, but they also shown that you can have bigger parties than that. So I think that once you get into the boss fights with four characters or whatever, it's going to be really fun. You know, it's like they showed a very early on boss fight there, or maybe you don't have all the mechanics yet.
maybe.
It was a weird choice to show off. Maybe they should have just shortened the presentation a bit more. I did notice that they cut in between the fight, so they didn't show like the entirety of it. So I'm not even sure how long it actually took between those cuts. That's another thing.
Yeah.
But in general, I was very impressed with what I saw, and I think it's gonna be a good one. Bit sad that it's PlayStation only, but you know, if I wait long enough, I'm sure there will be a PC version at some point, because Final Fantasy always ends up coming to PC eventually.
Yeah, they have some weird Sony exclusive deal with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. And then aside from that, which definitely was the biggest thing they had, they then went into like, oh yeah, they had the announcement of Final Fantasy music coming to streaming services, which is cool because Final Fantasy has a ton of really good music. So definitely gonna stream the shit out of that. Then they had this weird little car game which graphically looks cute. You have like a top-down perspective, so it's like a rally racer or something. So if you're into that, that looked okay. But it's not my thing. Probably out of all the things they showed, the thing I'm least interested in. Ending it on this Marvel note was a weird choice to me.
Yeah.
I am intrigued how this adding multiple heroes in works, because I'm not sure if they said it's going to be multiplayer at all. But I'm not sure in what capacity those heroes will be put in. If they're gonna have like a story arc, if they're gonna, you know.
And I think they didn't show any gameplay.
That's the other weird thing. They started with this big gameplay demonstration of this thing everyone wanted, and ended with a new announcement of a thing a lot of people were hyped for, clearly. But then they went into who's voicing the characters and showed cutscenes and everything to show off how cool this looks, but they didn't show any gameplay, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way,
Yeah.
especially when they pretty much put it into the room that they're gonna have a lot of microtransactions around it. So I'm not sure how to feel about
Yeah.
that.
And I don't know what kind of game this is. Is it a fighting game? Is it a story-based action game?
Yeah,
I don't know this.
I was convinced it was a brawler, because you saw them fighting together against like hordes of criminals. But I could see that as a fighting game as well, with like a brawling element to it in the story mode or something. It's really hard to say, and I'm completely with you. I think they should have shown gameplay.
Or just a little gameplay snippet that you know what kind of game this is.
Yeah, that would have been enough, honestly. And then everything else that was there wasn't that amazing. They have certainly a lot of RPG stuff. So like there was this other tactical RPG thing where the characters looked a bit short. I wasn't on board with the art style, but the gameplay of it looked really good. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. Also, they showed this completely new game where they like explained a bit around it with like this video
Yeah,
of the game development,
yeah.
but I'm not sure what the actual game was there either.
Yeah, overall, for Final Fantasy fans, this was a really great conference.
I think for RPG fans in general, it was pretty good.
Yeah. For me, that I don't care about Final Fantasy at all. So
Mm.
the presentation was nice, but the games was just don't care.
It was still in
Because
my yeah. Sorry.
yeah, one game I'm interested in, Octopath Traveler, I already own. So
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a PC
nothing new
version
for me.
coming for that, which was the biggest coming out now announcement that they had this year. So far, maybe Nintendo has some. Other than that, I don't think we're gonna top that. I'm pretty sure Nintendo's going to reiterate the fact that Octopath Traveler is coming to PC. I'm not sure if they have a big interest in it coming to PC, but it's their IP or it's their game, so.
Yeah, it's Square's game, but they had an exclusive deal with Nintendo that it's a year exclusive for Switch.
Oh, maybe they won't mention it then. We'll see. It's literally starting in 15 minutes, so we're going to see.
Yep.
But I will still say that Square this year probably had the best presentation because they didn't waste too much time. At the end, it got a little, it dragged a little bit at the end there because of the game where they showed a lot of development stuff and the Marvel stuff at the end where they had like the voice actors talking and stuff. That little dragged a little bit at the end there. But outside of that, they never wasted too much time. They didn't come out to talk about everything. I was a bit worried at the beginning that because they have so many Japanese people there, having constant translations would feel old after a while, but they kept it to a minimum, which was good.
Yeah, they only talked about Final Fantasy games.
And the Avengers stuff at the end,
Yeah.
for which they brought out a
Yeah,
bunch of
they-
Americans.
Yeah. Yeah, we will see.
We will, won't we? So now is Nintendo. What do you expect of Nintendo?
New announcement of the second Smash DLC character. I think they already announced that they will talk about Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
Fire Emblem for sure. It's nearly release date. Yeah.
So who do you reckon would be the next Smash character? Because they can go in all kinds of directions with it.
I would love a non-sword wielding Fire Emblem character.
Mm-hmm. Although they have a ton of
I-
Fire
I would
Emblem
love
in there already, right?
Yeah, but they're all sword wielding. Corrin and Robin are the two that really play differently.
Mm-hmm.
And an axe-wielding character, for example, like Edelgard from Three Houses or Hector, from older Fire Emblems.
Hector was one
An
that
axe-wielding
was explicitly wished for a while now. I've seen that name thrown
Yeah.
around a lot.
Yeah, just an axe-wielding character would be nice.
We don't have an axe-wielding
Oh.
character at all yet, do we?
No, we have the Belmonts that throw axes as one of their specials,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's not really an axe-wielding.
I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
that. When it comes to Fire Emblem, that's pretty much the only thing I want to see is some different weapon. And the big
Yeah,
fuck of
we
battle
had-
axe
We could have
would be good.
axes, we could have spears. So many bows. No, not a sword wielding character again, please.
I'm pretty sure that we won't see any characters that like fans have been clamoring for a while that are already assist trophies. Like we won't see Waluigi. Let's not kid ourselves. We won't see Ashley as well.
Sadly.
Sadly, because I think she would make a great character, but I don't think Nintendo's gonna go that route. A character
And
that
then
I
we
could
get-
see honestly is Sora. Don't
Yeah,
think.
but I don't think that they're going for the third-party route again for the second DLC.
They might not. They might not. I am very shaky on that as well. I mean, there are like characters like Banjo-Kazooie and Sora who are very. They would be the most likely when it comes to third party, right? Because those are the.
What about Goku?
Yeah, no, that's not. No.
That's never happened.
But when it comes to first party, they have so many IPs at this point that I don't know what road they would go for. I don't think it's gonna be out of Pikmin or Metroid. They're pretty tight on those. Don't think
Yeah,
it's going to be
Pikmin,
Tom Nook,
but-
who is going to be the last like big Animal Crossing character I could
Tom
see.
Nook would be hilarious.
He would be. It's like the only thing I could think of out of Animal Crossing that they haven't done yet that would make for a full character.
Yeah, Pikmin is a really big IP for them, but they don't have anything they could go
They could like
for
add
characters.
the other player characters all as alternatives to Olimar or Alf, but they will not play differently at all. So it would
Yeah.
pretty much just amount to skins. We're talking a lot about Smash. I don't think Smash is going to be a big deal. They have like a character reveal and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be anything from F-Zero, because what would you do with
No.
that? Star Fox, Crystal would be
New,
like, although she is an assist trophy, isn't she?
yeah. Yeah. Um, what we could see in general is something about the new Metroid Prime game.
Yeah. They restarted development on that, so maybe we're gonna just see a cutscene of it or something.
Yeah.
If I would be surprised if they were actually showing gameplay of it.
Yeah. I think they started redeveloping at the start of this year.
That's the thing. It's like if they're gonna show anything at all, it's gonna be like a cutscene or something. So while I am hyped for a new Metroid game, and Metroid Prime at that, I don't think that I want to see it today. Because there's nothing worthwhile they would show off about it. I don't think.
Then we will see a lot of indie games.
Hopefully, yeah. A lot of cool Switch releases. Um, Probably like some weird game last year. They started off with Demon Ex Machina, which no one knew and no one saw coming. So we're probably gonna see something along those lines again.
Yep.
Um,
Mm,
Pokemon wise, I think if they are gonna do any follow up on Pokemon, because they had the Pokemon Direct fairly recently, I
yeah.
just think that they're gonna show off a bit more new Pokemon designs, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna
May,
show
may,
off a new mechanic or something.
um, um, I think they will show a bit more on Treehouse. I think they revealed the Trump Pokemon on Treehouse last year, or when
Are
when
you gonna
Sun Moon
watch
came out.
Treehouse?
Yeah, I think.
Maybe you can watch Treehouse while I'll watch EA, so that you can update me
Yeah.
on stuff while I'm watching EA. That would be
Yeah.
good, because otherwise I will have no way of actually watching anything that's going on in Treehouse, or like hearing about stuff from that, because after the stream concludes, I'm going to skip through all of the presentations to write out the names of all the games that I want to talk about on a podcast that I'm going to be on 6:30 Chicago time, which is 1:30 a.m. for me. So I have some time for that, but it's going to be crunch time for me.
Yeah. Hammer time.
Yeah. But if they're gonna show off a new Pokemon, then I just love a new ghost type, because I love ghost types, and
Yeah.
they, especially the recent ghost types, all have been looking very cool. So another one of those, please. We're gonna see something about the new Fire Emblem. Definitely. Um, Not sure what to expect from that, because it's still a series that I haven't really followed up on. But we'll definitely see something about the new Fire Emblem, and you're gonna go apeshit for it. We have about 6 minutes now left. Are we gonna see a new Pikmin game?
Maybe. Maybe a port at a collector's edition thing.
Mm-hmm.
That or not collectors, but a collection.
It's a weird thing. The last thing that came out for Pikmin was the 3DS game, yeah?
Hmm.
On that note,
I
are we
think
gonna see anything for the 3DS? I don't think so. I think the
maybe
3DS
one
is.
or two
I'm pretty.
things.
I'm thinking that the 3DS is pretty much done.
Maybe one or two ports. To the new 3DS XL thing,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing major.
Yeah, and then outside of that, I'm pretty sure that covers it. They're gonna probably go for like half an hour, and that's it.
40 minutes.
40
That's-
minutes, they're already confirmed? Okay. That's a bit
Yep.
more than I expected, but okay. Last year I expected 40 minutes because they had like the big Smash thing. They don't have anything as big as that Smash thing this year, outside of Pokemon, which they already talked about in its own direct, so.
Mm. But I can see that they saved up a bit, so they don't have a really big Pokemon chunk in this direct.
Yeah, that definitely could be. Maybe showing off some more gym leaders as well. Because the last time they showed a bunch of gym leaders and they went over really well, all of them. I think there was not a single like human character design in that Nintendo Direct that did not go over really well. That red-haired lady especially, she got porn immediately, which is always a sign that the internet loves your character design.
The rival looks a bit odd to me with his eyes just stare into my soul.
Maybe that's his character. Maybe this is the time where your rival is a creep. That's gonna be funny if you're playing a woman and you have like this guy always staring straight at your tits. I want this out of a Nintendo game, come on.
Now enjoying Nintendo Direct with pizza, that's the best time of my life.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Sadly, I don't have any pizza. I haven't even eaten today, but I'm already downing an energy drink. My health is gonna go downhill from this. So I hope that the VODs will be worth it. And I hope they're not gonna get copyright claimed.
I hope we will see Bowser.
We're gonna see him because, you know, Reggie, if he's gonna there at all, Reggie is gonna have like a little cameo at the end, maybe thanking the Nintendo universe one last time before he goes his merry way.
And I hope Bowser plays the memes. He's the perfect person.
See, Nintendo likes to play the memes, but in regards to that, Ubisoft is just, they're doing it for longer.
Ubisoft is the meme.
Ubisoft is the meme. Last second prediction where I would love something about like a new WarioWare or like, you know, I think there was one recently on the 3DS, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Come on, it's 6 p.m. So, direct.
Going in with the game immediately.
That's Smash.
Not actual gameplay, it says. So this is out of the little story mode thingy that they have.
Yeah. The World of Light.
Yeah. I'm not sure why he's getting double teamed right now. But that's probably just a setup for the new character who is riding in on a horse. So
Fire Emblem, come on! But I don't think Edelgard is riding a horse.
it's a sword user. That's a Dragon Quest dude.
Oh.
The hero. So they're gonna put some Dragon Quest in their game. That's nice. Another sword user though. But I'm not as mad about this as I could have been.
He looks like a combination of Robin and Link.
Yeah, I do see some Link resemblance. They're probably gonna add some new difficulty modes in there as well. Look at the slimes. Those slimes are great. Well, he pissed clearly he pissed someone off. Oh, okay. I'm gonna bring out all the Dragon Quest characters now. Is this like a teaser on the final Smash, or are those like... Okay. Are those all Echo Fighters?
Or is this trophies? No, they're not.
No, those are definitely playable characters. That's the final smash. Okay, I'll take it. So they did go the third party route.
Yeah. Oh, this summer.
Mm-hmm. Speaking about Dragon Quest,
Yeah.
it's not as amazing as Piranha Plant was, but I'm sure that Piranha Plant is never gonna get topped. So. I'm gonna say I love this.
Joker also was.
Yeah?
Joker was also really great.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I see some people bitch about him when he first came out.
This character was so unique. He got two different position in tier lists.
Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition S. What a title.
Hello everyone.
Hey,
I'm
it's this
Yoshiyuki
guy.
Koizumi from Nintendo. In this Nintendo Direct for E3 2019, we'll showcase a variety of games, many of them coming soon.
Thank you.
But before we dig into the next game, there is someone I'd like to introduce first. What? What are you doing here?
There's Bowser.
I love this. This is exactly what Nintendo needed to do. Because you just knew they were gonna go there.
Wait a minute. There's been a bit of a mix-up. You're not the right Bowser. Sorry, but I'm the right Bowser for this presentation. Oh, Bowser, you're such a goober.
Not this way.
No, this way. Maybe next time.
I love the fact that he probably just plays the villain. That's like, he's like an actor. And in real life, he's just like really goofy.
Well, let's get back to it. Please, take it away.
That was great. I love this.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug Bowser from Nintendo of America, and I'm thrilled to join you for today's Nintendo Direct. This is our chance to show the world we have games for every type of player.
How much would you bet that he got this job just because of his last name? Everyone was like, we can't go for that guy, this guy is named Bowser.
Okay, so let's get a look at one of those games by taking a tour of Luigi's Mansion 3.
But this was the thing I meant with playing the memes.
Mm-hmm, yep. But they're playing their own memes, which is good.
Yeah.
It's less cringy than going for like, hello fellow kids, humor. Do you like the internet? So this is the new Luigi's Mansion thing. Luigi's Mansion 3, maybe it has a subtitle. I forgot.
Luigi's Mansion 3.
It does not have a subtitle, great.
For not long after Luigi arrives,
Oh, that's a fancy mansion though.
dark turn. We begin our tour by taking in some sights and sounds. You may never leave. You want to leave. The other guests certainly don't plan to move on. They're ghosts after all, and they're rather aggressive. Simply scare them with the strobe bulb, then suck them up.
He was about to punch Luigi straight in the face.
G00 has the powerful suction capabilities required, and other new features as well. First, the slam. While trapping a ghost, slam it on the ground to
Ooh.
inflict some damage. It helps to get other ghosts in on the action.
You know what? This looks really cool.
Suction shot. Fire the plunger to attach it to something. Then pull the string and you can destroy furniture and more. It's
Oh my
effective
god, I
in
can go apeshit on interior, that's good.
Sometimes ghosts may feel inclined to gang up on you. In such situations, a burst should do. The powerful air pressure released will blow away ghosts, and it's perfect for when you need a little air. We
Very
saw
imaginative.
the latest invention from Professor Egad, namely Gooigi. Change
Oh,
between
God.
Luigi and Gooigi to use both their skills. Gooigi can do everything from slipping through metal fences to walking on
This is
spikes.
typical Nintendo.
Indeed, there are obstacles too great for Luigi to handle on his own. And if you pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend,
Also,
it's for a great co-op
this completely saves all of the people, like this.
Luigi and water,
This is completely explaining why last year when they showed off multiplayer, the other Luigi was just green. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
And they have normal multiplayer now. Oh my god, this looks insane. Hey Waffles, how are you?
Find our dear misplaced toads and face any challenges the tower throws at you together. What a place to wake up in. A haunted hotel.
Oh my god, look at some of those rooms.
Many traps and
Yeah.
mischievous ghosts lurk within. What will befall our missing Mario and friends and his dear brother Luigi? Their fate rests
Oh wow.
in your hands.
This is looking really cool.
Luigi's
Yeah.
Mansion 3.
Coming out this year. I would expect somewhere around the holidays.
So that was
Yeah.
Luigi's
If they're not
Mansion
giving a
3,
release date
the
yet.
latest game in a series that I personally love. And
You're
we
good,
look
that's
forward
good.
to seeing some of the new gameplay
Maybe a bit
elements that
before
await in this
holiday,
strange
because
hotel.
holiday
As we
is
dive deeper into this
Pokemon
title
Day.
on Nintendo Treehouse, live at E3 2000.
So maybe like
We'll be
October.
streaming
October
content
seems like a good
Yeah.
month
never
for
seen
this.
before, right from the show
Like
floor, including
Mario
live
Odyssey
gameplay of Super Mario Maker 2.
was.
Oh, Super Mario Maker 2.
Our Treehouse staff will get their hands on some promising indie games that are new to Nintendo Switch. While you watch today's Nintendo Direct, keep an eye out for this icon to learn what other games will appear on Nintendo Treehouse live at E3 2019. You won't want to miss it. Or
I
this.
will, because I have to look at the EA stuff as well. Netflix?
Ogre slept too long,
What?
far too long.
What?
Sing me your story. What has become of...
I am confusion.
Avarice unchecked for an age. Evil takes root. Darkness spreads. But from this dark, light
So I'm guessing the Netflix logo just meant that they produced this trailer.
heroes of Thra, strong and brave.
Can be.
Strength
This looks a bit like Fire Emblem.
I was about to say the gameplay is very Fire Emblem-esque,
Yeah.
unite as one.
but it's like Fire Emblem made out of clay.
What is to
Yeah.
heroes of Thra? We're going to need all the help they can get.
The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics. Or the Dark Crystal Tactics.
2019.
The Link's Awakening remake, yeah.
That's Zelda,
Yeah. It's Link's Awakening.
just from the font. It's a super cute game.
Honestly, this art style looks great. It's pretty much just what the original looked like, but in 3D. Which is really cute. Seems like they haven't fucked with the gameplay too much. Dampy? You can build your own dungeon? How cool is that?
That's cool.
You just know there are gonna be so many challenge streams of building like incredibly difficult dungeons for yourself. You got a ferry bottle, you can probably hold a ferry in it. Mm-hmm. Looks like a good one.
Great release date.
Square again. So we're probably seeing this yesterday. We haven't seen this yesterday, I'm pretty sure. But it looks good. Holy Baldo!
Destiny in motion with the power of mana.
Trials of Mana. I am intrigued.
Maybe a sequel of Secret of Mana?
Yeah, this is at least a sequel, yeah. Not gonna be a reboot, I don't think. Oh, there, speaking of Secrets of Mana. Oh, Trials of Mana was originally... Okay. So it's
Collection of Mana. Later
So-
today.
So basically that it's a remake of an old game that also is going to come in a collection with the original Secrets of Mana. That's cool.
I'm looking for a woman passionate. See that?
Nooses in trees, for some reason, cool visual to me.
Witcher.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So Witcher 3 is coming to Switch, do I read this correctly? Because if so, yep. This is a big deal and it's coming this year. I'm just a bit concerned about how the frame rate will be.
Let's all agree to meet back
Yeah,
at
and
the
how
monastery
how
exactly
this
5
will
years from
really
today.
look.
Like a class reunion?
You will come, won't you?
So this is Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. So I'm hyped.
Years ago, we fought here as classmates.
As big class reunions go, this one's gotta be the worst in history. What should we do, teacher?
I mean, even if it doesn't look as good as the PC version, which it probably won't be, then it will still look fine. The frame rate is my main concern.
No, I think it don't will be Arc
Unreasonable ideas of justice.
on the Switch.
Someone
Which
must
was
put a stop
just
to
a
this cycle
terrible-
of strong treadmill.
It was just terrible.
Yeah, Arc was not a good port at all.
Consumes even the darkness itself.
Yet we have the strength to scale the walls between us, to reach out our hands in friendship so we can open our true hearts to one another. That's how we win!
My teacher.
Both sides of time are revealed.
Oh my god, that hairstyle.
How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever.
Oh my god, that's really recent. You don't have to wait long for this.
Nintendo Switch is the only gaming console
Yeah, I
you
think
can play,
the
not only
release
on
date
your
was
TV at home,
shown in the
but
last
anywhere you go.
Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, but it just reminded me how recent this actually comes out. You're gonna be gone for a while
It'd be
then.
fun to play Resident
Yeah.
Evil at a location like this.
I thought he was gonna snap again. Dark Forest trope.
This is perfect, right?
Honey, we're home.
No lights?
No light.
This again could be Luigi's Mansion.
Nah.
Just from the style of.
I mean, I know what you mean, but
Okay.
why would you go to like an abandoned mansion just to... Okay, okay. This explains it.
Can you open it?
Try. It's supposed to be there.
It's a really creepy mansion. Let's play Switch.
I see nothing going wrong with that.
Did it just eat it? It's gonna come back. Okay.
But why would you seek out a mansion just to play Switch? Play this at home, you...
Did I get it? I got it. Oh, I knew it. Whoa.
You left your Switch. You paid good money for that. Oh, that's Resident Evil 5. Which I think is a good fit for the Switch. 6, yeah, that one was not so good. But 5 as a co-op experience is really fun. So that on Switch is a good fit, I think.
Playing a Resident Evil game in a place like that might not be my way to play, but I bet you could find your way to play, don't you think?
Yeah,
For
sure.
now, please take a look.
There's a snap.
Yep.
Was today the 4th of July? If not, is the Empire striking back or what?
Oh my god, pop culture references.
Hey, see!
I'm not even gonna begin to question how any of this is supposed to work.
Got all funky real quick. There's probably some planet-eating type dude waiting for me up ahead. All yoked and powerful.
That's
and
really
trying to
anime.
take over the world or something.
It's Travis touchdown. So this is the No More Heroes thing. Maybe it's like a new main title, considering that the other thing that they wanted to release for No More Heroes, I think, is already out.
My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. I'm also just a passing assassin. Now let's do this. Start the game.
Yes, No More Heroes 3, thank you. Also, can you please re-release No More Heroes 2 in a way that's not banned in Germany, so I can actually play that one.
2020.
Population
crazed.
This is Kaiser. He led an elite team of Contras during
Hello, Kaiser.
Hungry Beast. HB is actually a
Cuddly.
I love him so much. This is Miss Harakiri and her alien gut bucket. They survived by merging together during the Alien Wars.
Uh-huh.
The gentle
This is a cast of quirky characters. I love the panda. That panda is MVP. Battle aliens. Kill everything. Save the world. You got the guts. What is this? Contra? Huh. Contra Rock Corps, now with pandas. I mean, it seems like a great fit for multiplayer. Contra has always been good for multiplayer. Cuddly is my boy. You and me both, Waffles. You and me both.
Later today.
Yep. Demon's Machina.
Yep.
That's supposed to come out this year, yeah?
I think.
They've been teasing this game since last year, so... Again, this is a game that looks really neat, both stylistically and from the gameplay that they've shown, from what little that was. But it's not a game that appeals to me personally. That was a pretty badass spaceship though. There's still some little frame drops in there. They should maybe talk to the AMD guys. Yep, this year, September 13th. Is this Monster Hunter? No, this is anything but Monster Hunter. This looks like Star Fox but with dragons.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Panzer Dragon. I mean, that dragon design is pretty cool, I'm gonna say that. The gameplay didn't really excite me that much.
Konnichiwa. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Earlier this month, we held a Pokemon Direct for the latest games in the series.
Okay, now it's time for Pokemon.
Sword and Pokemon Shield. The developers from Game Freak showcased the new Galar region, the location of your new adventure. And
I just love the fact that the Pokemon are just running around in there. That's cool.
It will be a while until these games launch, so please stay tuned.
Introducing the worst box art in history.
You can use certain functions of the Pokeball Plus accessory, allowing you to take a Pokemon from one of these games out for a stroll through the real
The
world.
worst controller ever.
You may not be able to use it as a game controller, but if you spend some
I mean, you don't use it as a controller in this, so it's probably gonna be worthwhile. I think the function of having a Pokemon in there and just leveling it by walking is fine. We had that before though.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield for the first time anywhere in the world. In this gameplay demo, you can challenge one of the gyms in the Galar region, the one and only Water Gym.
Oh my god, that's a great gym leader design. That's a fantastic gym leader design.
I encourage you to experience a battle between Dynamax Pokemon,
And
which is an advanced strategy.
the Dynamax is also something. I'm intrigued as to how many trainers will be able to use Dynamax.
Stay tuned
Will it
for
just be
live
like an
gameplay of Pokemon Sword
a gym leader thing? Will the top 4 have it?
on Nintendo Treehouse Live.
The champ will probably have it. The rival maybe. Who else?
Yeah, rival gym leaders, champ, and maybe the antagonist.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Like,
I'm just like it's gonna be an interesting tactical component to have to play against Dynamax. If every trainer has it that you'd battle, it could be tedious after a while.
Oh god, how's it been called again? Astral Chains?
Blood, sweat, and years.
The ultimate counter-chimeric weapon. By neurologically syncing captured chimeras with
They showed this off last year as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
and made powerful allies. I'm referring
I think it's called Astral Chains.
legions.
It might be, yeah. This is basically a gritty anime Pokemon.
I'll give you some parting advice. Your power.
Like Pokemon crossed with Persona
When a Legioness and a Legion are
and like a hint of Devil May Cry in there as well.
No use. The override release isn't going through.
It's impossible.
and when half of that body is
Maybe even a little hint of Dino Kuni, depending on how the collecting and capturing demons work.
What good could this possibly be?
But the predominant thing is like Devil May Cry and Persona. Those are the vibes I get from this.
We can't turn back now.
I've gotta know the whole truth.
He's still alive out there.
Astro Chain. I'm excited to see how this one comes out. Again, I would have loved a bit more gameplay in this, but it's a platinum game, so I'm not too worried. Oh, it's a Romero game.
Ooh,
Paradox as well. I hear jazz music. This is going to be wild. Love the song. In general, love the vibe that this gives off. Not sure about the White Houses, but Empire of Sin. I am intrigued. Not sure about the White Houses, but you know, maybe it's just a stylistic choice that will grow on me.
They deserve something.
So we heard you like the Avengers, so here are some Avengers.
yay.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win.
Whatever's happening, we can beat it. Keep fighting.
Jump in anytime now, darlings.
I mean, at least this shows gameplay and the roster is immediately bigger. Like Scarlet Witch, Electra, I think. No, that was Scarlet Witch. Some X-Men. Guardians of the Galaxy. A more cartoony art style. Of course, Daddy Thanos is in there. Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order. Yeah, they said that last year as well. Also, here's a season pass. Get the Fantastic Four. It's Zelda of the Necrodancer.
Yeah, this crossover, this was shown before.
Yeah. I just love the fact that this allows you to play as Zelda. Which not enough Zelda games do. His maracas! Titans of Hyrule. I love the fact that he had like giant maracas.
June 13th.
Yeah, it's
That's this week.
Yeah.
I think I will buy this game.
Please do, I want to try that out.
Yeah, new Mario and Sonic game. Woo.
With skateboarding in there. Did you ever want to skateboard as Knuckles? No? Well, too bad, here it is. Does this mean that we have Olympic Games this year?
No, but next year.
Oh, okay. So this game will come out next year then. Because they release that in tandem normally.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, those games always have been fun. The thing is, I am not interested in actually seeking them out. But when I get to play them, they are always fun. So I'm gonna just accept that it exists.
Fans have been waiting for. Please take a look.
Fire Emblem.
It had judo in it, or was it karate? I think it was karate. But judo, I know that judo is an Olympic sport. I don't know if karate is.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, they said Nook, so. Nook Incorporated.
That's a game I'm really stoked about. I want to play this.
Yeah.
Oh, you started in the 10. That's cool.
A flimsy axe, yay! Oh my god, this looks so cozy.
It looks really cool.
So, you're getting an island where you can just build your own little thing. Oh my god, you can jump over a river, that's so cool! Such a time saver!
Yeah.
You can make roads. Oh my god, this is great.
And the people look more have real good
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
autonomy.
I am hyped for this.
March 20.
It's your itemized build, so this includes everything: airfare, accommodation, labor tax, and of course your Nook phone. Modest sum of, oh my god, almost 50,000 bells.
Originally, we announced this title as
So,
2019
Animal Crossing is like a game no one can see the appeal of, but I love those games.
March 20th.
Yeah, they're great.
That's so good. And the fact that you can build your own roads and stuff, it just makes it so much better.
We hope you look forward to the latest installment of Animal Crossing.
I am. I don't have a Switch
Nintendo
yet.
Treehouse Live, the game's producer, Mr. Nogami,
But-
and the director, Ms. Kyogoku, will come on for a live demonstration of some early moments in the game, so please stick around until it starts. By the way, there are many different types of games coming to Nintendo Switch from Nintendo and our partners. So, we prepared a highlight reel to show you what's in store for 2019 and beyond. Let's have a look.
Okay, now it's time for the big sizzle reel of stuff that comes to Switch.
Yeah.
Spyro, it's good get. Hollow Knight Silksong. Ni no Kuni, yeah. The multiplayer Minecraft Diablo thingy.
Yeah.
Well, well, yeah, it is multiplayer. I was about to say. Elder Scrolls Blades, which we knew since the Bethesda conference.
Yeah, Minecraft we knew since Microsoft.
My friend Pedro.
That looked like a really fun game.
Doom Eternal, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Sinking City, interesting. That's the Cthulhu-esque game.
Mm.
Wolfenstein Youngblood. Dead by Daylight. A lot of people will go excited for this.
But it looks really shitty.
Yeah, the graphics don't look good at all. Alien Isolation.
Alien Isolation.
Hey, at the very least though, it seemed like it ran well. This is a way too complicated logo for this small of a size.
I think it was Final Fantasy. And Dragon Quest Builders 2 does come to Switch.
It looks like a fun time, honestly. The game. Something 3, the game. Just Dance, because of course. Catan. That's exactly what I want to play on my Switch, is Catan. New Super Lucky's Tale, that was a big deal on a Microsoft conference last year. Dauntless. I've seen Michaela stream Dauntless and it looks pretty cool. Like if you like Monster Hunter, you're gonna like that as well. So this is Smash again, maybe?
Smash again? It was the trailer for King K. Rool, but now he's...
he's in there. Maybe this is just Donkey Kong, I'm not sure.
Donkey Kong game?
I love the fact that now they hang out with King K. Rool.
Yeah.
It's Banjo-Kazooie, holy shit.
Banjo-Kazooie, holy shit.
Oh, Duck Hunt Dog.
Ah, Duck Hunt Dog.
But the way that those presentations usually go is like they troll us first and then they bait and switch back into Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
See? It's like I called it. This is a big thing and I'm just going to say I called it.
Yeah.
A-list Tiny Hunters like Catan, yes!
We got 2 new DLC.
One of which is a very, like, I mean both of them are fairly big third party things. It's just that Banjo-Kazooie is a thing for the Western people. It's like the big deal, and Dragon Quest is a big deal in Asia.
Yeah.
So they pretty much played to both markets here, which is smart. And they bookend the direct with it as well.
Yeah.
Waffles is going apeshit as well.
That didn't felt like 40 minutes.
It didn't, no. It was a pretty solid direct. Well played, Nintendo. This is big. This is big. Big one. That's probably
like
my
that
most
they...
sad sentence this year was this is big. Because they had a lot of big announcements all over E3 this year.
I like that they redid the King K. Rool trailer just 1-to-1 with Banjo-Kazooie.
But with King K. Rool actually there.
That obviously
yeah.
wasn't a Duck Hunt silhouette, was it?
Waffle says I wanted Minecraft Steve so all could suffer.
For more information,
You're evil, Waffles.
as for Nintendo Switch, we have more games in development beyond what we've shown you today. I'm looking forward to the day we can introduce them to you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, before we end this direct,
Okay, here's the one more thing.
I have one more thing to show you.
What can they do after
Very
Banjo-Kazooie?
much for watching. Until next time.
Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid
That's
is...
one thing
That's
I'd
the
say.
big release that they have open yet, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, I'm not sure what they would show for that. The music sounds Metroid-esque. But it's just reversed, and this looks more like, you know, Link, Breath of the Wild. There we go. I got that in the end.
New DLC maybe?
Hey, Bashley's also here. Hello, Bashley. Hope you're enjoying E3 so far. I'm not sure how much of it you're actually watching. So is this like a an update for Breath of the Wild? Is this a new game? Is this a DLC? What is this? Sequel. Okay. Another big announcement. It didn't tell us jack shit, but, you know.
They're going crazy with the Zelda games right now.
Nintendo went crazy with a lot of stuff. I'm going to switch over to the intermission screen now. Bam. So you're gonna watch the Treehouse event in the background while I'm gonna already look up the EA thing to watch after this. But what did you think of this?
Again.
What did you think of this?
Really cool announcement. Didn't expect Banjo at all that he's going into Smash.
I didn't really think it was going to happen, but I expected either Banjo or what was the other one I said? Ashley says she loves Breath of the Wild and it's gonna be so good. I'm not expecting it to be bad, to be fair. But yeah, I either expected Banjo-Kazooie to be in there or Sora. That was it. So one of the two I could have seen as like the big third-party one. I did not expect Dragon Quest guy at all, but it makes perfect sense actually. Like if you think about it, having one for the East and one for the Western audience, that's actually a very smart way to do it.
Yeah. I could think that Sakurai trolls us and doesn't allow Waluigi and Banjo because that's the two mainly requested characters for Smash.
To be fair, yeah. But I mean, it's fine. Animal Crossing is my hype, says Waffles. I can agree to that. It's like, again, no one really sees the appeal of Animal Crossing outside of the people that love the games. And they usually can't explain why. But this new game looks so good. Like having an island, you can build your own roads and plant plants and do everything and build like a little fireplace. And then also, the thing that got me was jumping over the river, because I can tell you how I hated walking over to that stupid bridge every time.
Yeah, there were like two bridges in on the fucking map.
Yeah, in the city that I had my house like way in the top corner, and then Tom Nook was in the other corner. So whenever I wanted to go to Tom Nook, I had to go like all the way down around the town hall, because that was where the bridge was, to get over the river. Every time. And now having just a stick and jumping over the river is such a time saver. I love it. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks really creative. There were a lot of things in there that looked just really fun to do, like smashing the ghosts around and destroying furniture, and the Gooigi thing, which last year we've seen like multiplayer with like one Luigi and one just solid green Luigi. Now they justified the solid green Luigi in a way that makes sense in a single player environment, and giving him like game mechanics and stuff, and then also allowing proper multiplayer who also all have their Gooigi. So it's just insanity. That's just what I want out of a game like this. So
then Fire Emblem didn't show something really new.
No, they just basically showed off some cutscenes again.
Yeah.
But what did you get out of the Fire Emblem stuff? Because you're really into that subject and I'm not.
Yeah, they didn't show me anything I didn't already know.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. So, because the story I will experience when I play the game, so I don't need to know that.
Mm-hmm. But did it hype you for that game more than you already were?
No, my hype level was maximized, so.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think they only had it because the release of that is pretty. It's not that far off from now, so they just kind of had it in there to remind everyone, hey, this is coming out.
Then they had this big game that's coming out this week. What was it again?
Yeah. They did have that.
Necrodancer.
Ah yeah, the Zelda Necrodancer thingy. That one looked fun. I love the giant crab with the maracas. That just got me. Daemon X Machina also coming out this year. Looking alright for if you're into giant mechs. I'm personally not.
They
But
they announced a lot of games that come out this year.
Nintendo was spot on with its announcements. They had more to show than last year. Last year was all about Smash, but this year they just went all out with everything, reminding everyone that the Pokemon stuff is coming out, and they didn't really show too much about Pokemon. They basically just announced, okay, there's a demo out, you can play against this gym leader, and this gym leader is looking amazing.
I wonder how how she's called in German.
Yeah, that's
The English
always a
name
big
is-
big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the English name is cool with Nessa.
Maybe the German name will be Nassa.
Maybe that's on the website already.
Yeah, look that up. Feel free. Then they had like in a short montage of all of this stuff is coming to Switch. I think the highlights were Dragon Quest Builders. That because I'm personally not into a Minecraft with RPGs, but if you are, then this looks like a great game to play. The Resident Evil stuff that they're porting, the first one I think was the main focus, but then they also said like 5 and 6 are also coming. 6 is pretty, it's a bit shit. But 5, especially when you have a co-op partner, is actually really good. So I'm excited for that. And also they have Catan now, which, if you're into that. I don't think there were too many low points in this at all. Like, everything was very concise, like you would expect from a Direct. I love the fact that they played into the Bowser thing in the way that they did. Just having like actual Bowser first goofing around before like the actual man named Bowser comes on. That was a fun little thing that I just love that they did.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because they're releasing directs, they can just announce the thing they have for this year, because before next year they can make a direct where they announce stuff they release before E3.